Good morning, guys. Happy Sunday. I hope you're all well. My name's Emma, or the Strong Yogi. Welcome to your Sunday Yoga Every Hour live flow. So we're going to be doing Vinyasa flow this morning with me. So it'll be about 45-minute practice, and Vinyasa is all about connecting your breath with your movement. And obviously I can't see you guys today, so if you feel any tension or pain in your body, just be mindful of that. And if you're in a pose that you feel uncomfortable in, just come out of it. You can take a resting pose or any other pose you might like, or just a break, and then join back in when you feel like you can. So there are two resting poses that you can take if you want to. So your standard resting poses are your child's pose or your downward facing dog. So I'll just run through those with you. So from your tabletop position, where your wrists are under your shoulders and your knees are under your hips, if you need to take a rest in your child's pose, then you're just going to sink your hips backwards and just melt your forehead down to the mat. You can keep your arms extended out nice and long, or you can bring them to rest beside you. So just take that pose whenever you might need to. And then your other resting pose, believe it or not, is your downward facing dog. So again, from your tabletop position, your hands and your feet are going to stay exactly where they are. You're going to tuck your toes under and just peel those knees off of the mat. Lift the hips to the sky, gaze backwards, melting the chest down towards the mat. This is your downward facing dog. So if you need to take that as a pose, then please do so. We're not going to need any props or anything today, and I'm not going to be playing any music in the background. So if you want to pop your own music on, then please do feel free to do that as well. Perfect. So let's get started. So we're just going to start in a nice, comfortable seated position. So cross those legs if that's accessible to you. And we're just going to rest our hands to begin with wherever feels comfortable. So maybe that's on your knees, maybe they're just resting in your lap. And then we're just going to start here by taking a nice big inhale through the nose. We're going to roll the shoulders backwards, push the chest forwards. Just bringing some nice space into the body here. And then as we exhale, we're just going to melt the chin down to the chest and close those eyes. So just coming into a moment of still, just allowing yourself to be present on your mat, so nothing else around you matters. Just leaving anything that's happened so far today behind you. Maybe you've just rolled out of bed. Maybe it's been a little bit hectic already. And just not worrying about whatever else the day has to bring. Just giving yourself this time. And here, just taking your own natural breathing pattern, whatever that is today. And just allowing yourself to notice your breath, notice how it feels. Notice how you feel. And then also just taking a moment here maybe to think of a goal or an intention, maybe for today or the whole week ahead. Maybe there's something that you want to challenge yourself with. And if your mind starts to wander throughout the practice, just bring it back to that goal or intention. Perfect. And then either leaving your hands resting on your knees, or from here we're just going to bring one hand to heart center and just place the other hand on top of it, just so you can feel your chest rise and fall with your breath. So from here we're just going to start to slow down the breath, so taking a nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale completely, feel the chest fall as you exhale. Just letting that head hang down nice and heavy, feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. Inhale, feel the chest rise. And exhale completely. And this time we're going to inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and again inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale 4, 3, 2, and 1. Do one more nice big inhale through the nose. And then as you exhale, we're just going to melt the hands down to the knees. Keep the eyes closed or blinking them open. Let's inhale, look up, arch through the spine, push the shoulders back, push the chest forwards. And exhale, bring the chin to the chest, round through the spine, draw the belly button inwards. So going into our seated cat-cows here, warming up the spine. Inhale, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest, round through the spine. So nice, big, meaningful movements. Don't rush these. Inhale, look up, arch through the spine. Exhale, chin comes to the chest, round through that spine. And 3 more times in your own breath pattern. And then when you're done, just coming back to a neutral spine. And from here, we're just going to inhale, reach those hands upwards. And then as you exhale, just melt those hands down to the shoulders. And bringing our elbows forwards first, we're going to take a nice big inhale. Push the elbows forwards, reach them up. And then exhale, drop them back and around. So drawing nice big circles with those elbows. Inhaling as they come forwards. And exhaling as they drop back. So let's just do 2 more in this direction. These big slow shoulder circles. And then when you've done those 2, let's change the direction. So this time inhaling as we go back and up. And exhale as we come forwards and down. Nice. And again, just 2 more in this direction. And then when you're ready, just melting those hands back down to the knees and then just roll the shoulders backwards. And roll the shoulders forwards. Perfect. Taking a nice big inhale at center. As you exhale, you're just going to drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. And just feel that stretch in the left side of your neck. So if you want to, you can take your right hand, place it to the left side of the head. And then if you want to, you can place the left hand down to the mat and just start to walk those fingertips away from you, but making sure that you keep the torso to the center so the torso doesn't sink over to the left with the left hand. Just holding here in this pose. Take one more nice big inhale. And then exhale, bring it back to center, releasing the hands. Take a nice big inhale at center. And then exhale, let's drop the left ear down to the left shoulder. And then maybe this is enough just to feel that stretch down the right side of the neck. Or maybe to increase it, you just want to rest the left hand to the right side of the head. And then if you want even more, bringing the right hand down to the mat. And let's just start to walk those fingertips away from us. But making sure the torso stays to the center. Perfect. Feeling any tension releasing with each out breath. And let's take one more nice big inhale. And exhale, release the hands, bring the head back to center. Inhale, let's reach those hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, bringing those hands down in front of you, placing the palms facing away. Inhale, reach those fingers upwards, open through the palms of the hands, push forwards, so pushing with the shoulders. And then as we exhale, we're going to make fists with those hands. And again, inhale, reaching those fingertips out nice and long. Exhale, making fists. Inhale, reach. Exhale, making fists. And again, inhale, reach. Exhale, making fists, keeping the hands closed. We're just going to draw some circles in one direction. And then let's take those circles in the other direction. Perfect. Inhale, reaching the fingertips out nice and long, reaching the hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, bending those elbows 90 degrees, cactus arms, keeping those palms nice and open. Inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're just going to twist around to our right side. Hold here, take a nice big inhale, draw the belly button inwards, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, come back to center. Inhale at center. Exhale, let's twist to the left. So pushing that left shoulder backwards. Lengthening through the spine, opening through the chest. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. One more to each side. Inhale at center. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Pushing that right shoulder backwards. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale at center. Exhale, one last twist at the left. Push that left shoulder backwards. Feel that twist in the spine. Inhale here. And exhale, bringing it back to center. Inhale, reaching those arms out long, so pulling one hand away from the other. And then exhale, bringing the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms together. Take a nice big inhale, push the chest forward, shoulders backwards. And as you exhale, let's push those hands up towards the sky, keeping that spine nice and long. The gaze is forwards. Open through the chest. Stretch out through those shoulders. As you exhale, maybe you can push the hands a little bit further. And let's take one more nice big inhale here. And exhale, releasing those hands, roll the shoulders backwards. And let's roll the shoulders forwards. Nice. And again, inhale, let's reach those hands upwards. And as we exhale, putting a bend into those elbows, this time taking hold of opposite elbows with the palms of the hands. Take a nice big inhale, push the arms back, the chest forwards. And then as you exhale, we're taking that twist back to the right. So twisting to the right, lengthening through the spine, opening the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale at center. Exhale, let's take that twist to the left. Just taking it as far as you can. Inhale here. Exhale back to center, one more to each side. So resetting here. Inhale, push the chest forwards, the arms back. And then exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale at center. Exhale, let's take that twist to the left. Inhale here. Exhale back to center. Inhale, reach those hands upwards. Exhale, cactus those arms again. Inhale, reach those fingertips out nice and long. And then this time, exhale, we're bringing the hands in front of us, interlacing the fingers, palms face towards us, back of the hands face away. And we're going to push away, bring the chin to the chest, round through the spine, through all the belly button inwards. And really focus on pushing away, stretching out through those shoulder blades, through the upper back. Bringing a nice rounding into the spine. And as you exhale, push away. Inhale. Exhale, push away. And on our next inhale, flipping the palms to face away from you, reach the hands upwards, gaze upwards, take a little tiny back bend. And then exhale, melting those hands down to the knees. And one more time here, just rolling the shoulders backwards, releasing any tension. And rolling the shoulders forwards. Perfect. Inhale, let's reach those hands upwards. As you exhale, you're going to fold forwards, bringing the palms of the hands down to the mat. And from here, we're going to roll up into our tabletop position. So our wrists are under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. Perfect. So we're not going to stay here for very long today. We're going to go straight into our downward facing dog. So from this position, we're going to tuck the toes under, take a nice big inhale, and then as you exhale, lifting the hips. So raising the hips to the sky. Let's melt that chest down towards the mat, gaze towards the back of the mat. And let's just take whatever movement feels good here today. So pedaling through those feet, walking through your dog, shaking the hips from side to side, shaking the head from side to side, backwards and forwards, easing out any tension. So if you're joining this live with me, or if you're working on this practice in the morning, we can often feel a little bit stiffer. And hopefully by the end of the practice, you'll feel a little bit more freed up. But as the day goes on, we generally tend to loosen up a little bit, become a little bit more flexible. So just working into that pose however you wish. Taking your time, no hurry. Noticing how you feel. Perfect. And then from here, we're going to take a nice big inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, and we're just going to walk those feet nice and slowly to the top of the mat so they come in between the hands. And then from here, we're going to exhale into our forward fold. And then we're just going to hang here as well. So bringing the palms of the hands to opposite elbows. We're just going to work into this pose. So rocking from side to side, forwards and backwards. Just letting that upper body hang down. Allowing the weight of your body to stretch out the spine. Putting a bend into those knees if that feels good. Now take one nice big inhale wherever you are. And then exhale, melting the hands down to the mat. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to roll up through the spine. Rolling the shoulders as we get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands upwards. Take a little tiny back bend, gaze upwards. And then exhale, hands come together at heart center. So just setting ourselves up here to go into our sun salutations. Take a nice big inhale. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, let's reach those hands upwards, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, keep them nice and close to your chest as you lower yourself down through your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide into your upward facing dog. Hips are lifted, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky as you come into your downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, walk, step or jump back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. And we're going to go again. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, jump, step or walk back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, put a bend into the knees as you come into your chair pose. Tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows and lower yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Perfect. From here, grounding through the left foot. Inhale, raise the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat in between the hands. And we're going to ground through our back foot. Raise the hands to the sky as you come into your warrior one. So hips are square to the top of the mat. The right knee's bent 90 degrees. Arms are beside the ears. So bending through the front leg, pushing through the back leg. Nice and strong in your warrior pose. So from here, we're going to go into a stretch for the back of the leg. So we're going to take a nice big inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to straighten the right leg. Inhale here. And then exhale, your hands are going to come behind you. If you can get them into reverse prayer, so bringing the palms together behind you, then please do. If not, you're going to bring the back of the hands to your back. So whichever option is good for you today. So that front leg is nice and straight. Take a nice big inhale here, push the elbows backwards. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge forwards over that front leg, gazing towards the right big toe. Stretching out through the back of the leg. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale, sinking into that pose. And again, inhale. And exhale, putting a bend back into that right knee, releasing the hands, placing them back down onto the mat. You're going to step the right foot back to meet the left in your high plank. And we're going to take our flow, so lowering yourself down through your chaturanga. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog, gaze upwards, take a slight back bend. Exhale, tuck the toes. Let's come into our downward facing dog. So taking the other side, so this time we're going to ground through the right foot. Inhale, reach that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat in between the hands. Grounding through the right foot, reach those hands to the sky as we come into our warrior one on the other side. So checking our form, our hips are square to the top of the mat. That left knee is bent 90 degrees. Push into the back leg, arms are beside the ears. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale, nice and strong in that pose. Inhale as you exhale, straightening through that front leg. Take a nice big inhale, create space. And exhale, bringing the hands behind you. Either taking that reverse prayer if you can, or if not, bringing the back of the hands to the back. Take a nice big inhale, push those elbows backwards. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold forwards over the left leg. Gazing towards the left big toe. And let's hold here, feeling that nice stretch through the back of the left leg. Breathing into that pose. So with each exhale, maybe sinking a little bit further. Nice inhale here. Exhale, put a bend back into that knee. Release the hands back down to the mat. We're going to step the left foot back to meet the right high plank. Bend through the elbows. Keep them nice and close to the chest as you lower yourself down through chaturanga. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Raise the hips to the sky as you take your downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step, jump or walk back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, put a bend into the knees, raise the hands to the sky, tuck the tailbone, lengthen the spine. Maybe you can sink a little bit deeper this time. Arms are beside the ears, chair pose. Inhale here. And exhale, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, straighten the legs, bring those hands together at heart center. Take a nice big inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Perfect. Inhale, let's reach those hands upwards. And then as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. And then again, working through the back of the legs, you're going to try and straighten that right leg, put a little bend into the left knee, grounding through the left hand. Maybe you need to bring your hand to your shin. And then we're going to inhale, reach the right hand upwards, gaze upwards, really push the right shoulder backwards, bring that twist into the spine as you feel that stretch through the back of your right leg. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, push that right shoulder backwards. And again, inhale. And exhale, release, come back to center. Putting a little bend into the right knee this time, trying to straighten through the left leg, either grounding through the right hand or maybe you need to bring it to the shin. And then we're going to inhale, reach the left hand upwards, gazing upwards, pushing the left shoulder backwards, feeling the stretch through the back of the left leg, feeling that twist in the spine. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, push back. Inhale, exhale, release, come back to center. Inhale, rolling up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands upwards. And then exhale, bringing those hands together at heart center. Perfect. So from here, we're going to ground through our left foot. As you take an inhale, just start to come onto your right tiptoes so that your weight is sort of on your right hand side. And we're going to go into our balancing pose. So take a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to lift your right foot and you're just going to start to fold forwards and kick that right leg backwards. So we come into our warrior 1. And we're just going to hold here for 3, 2, 1. As you exhale nice and slowly, we're going to come into a high lunge, so dropping the right foot backwards. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, sinking into that pose. Take a nice big inhale here. And exhale. Perfect. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring your hands to the inside of your left leg. Your left hand is going to stay grounded. So you can push your left arm against your left leg. And then as you inhale, you're going to reach your right hand upwards, gaze upwards, push that shoulder backwards. And hold here. Stretching out through those hips, opening the chest. Take a nice big inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, release, bring the right hand back down to the mat. As you inhale, we're going to reach those hands back up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center. And we're going to step the right foot back to meet the left at the top of the mat. So resetting, shaking out those legs if you need to. Before we go on to the other side, so this time we're going to be grounding through our right foot, sorry. And we're going to be coming up onto the toes of our left foot. So just getting used to the weight, being on the right side, catching the balance. And we're going to take a nice big inhale here. And then as you exhale, picking that left foot up, folding yourself forwards, hinging at the hips, kicking the left leg backwards as we come into our warrior 3, for 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, nice and slow and controlled, dropping that left foot down, raising the hands to the sky, bringing a 90-degree bend into the front leg as you come into your high lunge here. It's nice and strong in that pose. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, melt those hands down to the mat, to the inside of the right foot. We're going to ground through the right hand, so pushing that arm against the right leg. And as we inhale, reaching the left fingers to the sky, gazing upwards, pushing the left shoulder backwards. Opening up through those hips. Perfect. Inhale here. Exhale, push the right shoulder back. And again, inhale. Exhale, melt that left hand back down to the mat. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, high lunge. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back to heart center. And let's step that left foot back forwards to meet the right at the top of the mat. Shake out through those legs if you need to. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, let's reach those hands upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, lowering yourself down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, jump, step or walk back to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. This time, exhale, step or jump back into your high plank. And we're going to lower ourselves down very slowly, bringing ourselves all the way down to the mat this time. Perfect. So you're either going to bring your hands to your temples, so your fingertips to your temples, lift those elbows off of the mat, or you're going to bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, push the palms together. Nice. So we're going to do 8 of these. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your chest up, and exhale, release. Inhale for 2. Exhale, release. Inhale for 3. Exhale, release. Inhale, 4. Exhale, release. Inhale for 5. Exhale, release. Inhale for 6. Exhale, release. Inhale for 7. Exhale, release. This time, inhale for 8 and hold for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Release the hands wherever they are. And just shake out through the hips, shake out through those arms if you need to. Perfect. So from here, we're just going to bring our hands to the side of the mat. Drill those elbows inwards so they're nice and close to your chest. And we're going to take a nice big inhale, push yourself up. So either coming into baby cobra where your elbows stay bent, or full cobra if you can do so without your hips coming off of the mat. Make sure those shoulders are away from the ears, gaze upwards, take that back bend. If you feel any tension, any pain in your spine here, just come out of the pose. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale. Push those hips backwards and come into your child's pose. Resting the forehead down onto the mat. Take a nice big inhale here at center. And then as you exhale, let's just start to walk those hands around to the right hand side. Maybe bringing the left hand all the way over on top of the right. Stretching out through the left side of the body. And maybe with each exhale that you take, you can walk those fingertips a little bit further around to the right hand side. Increasing or easing into that stretch a little bit more. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, let's walk those hands back to the center. Inhale, look forwards, reach forwards. And then exhale, let's walk those hands around to the left hand side, maybe bringing the right hand all the way on top of the left. Melting into that pose, feeling that stretch through the right side of the body this time. And again, with each exhale, maybe walking those fingertips a little bit further round, easing into that pose a little bit more with each out breath. If your mind has wandered, just bringing it back to the present moment, bringing it back to your goal, your intention. Let's inhale here. And then exhale, walk those hands back to the center. Take a nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to walk the hands up to the knees. And then from here, we're just going to tuck the toes under. So just bring yourself up, tuck the toes under, and then we're just going to sit back onto those heels, onto those toes. So we're just going to stretch out through the back of the feet. So just wriggle those feet from side to side. And then we're just going to go into some upper body stretches here. If at any point this stretch gets too much for your feet, just untuck the toes and just come into a kneeling position. But if you can stay like this, then please do so. So from here, we're just going to inhale, reach the hands upwards. And then exhale, you're going to place your right hand onto your back and either push down onto your right elbow with your left hand, or we're going to reach around with the left hand, take hold of the right fingertips with the left, push the chest forwards, push the arms backwards. And holding here, feeling that nice stretch in your tricep. Again, wriggling those feet from side to side. Make sure you're stretching out all of the toes, the back of the feet, soles of the feet. Perfect. One more nice big inhale here. And exhale, release the arms. Inhale, reach those hands upwards. And exhale, placing the left hand down onto the back, pushing down onto the left elbow with the right hand, or bringing the right arm behind, taking hold of the left fingertips with the right, pushing the chest forwards, pushing that left elbow backwards, feeling that stretch in the triceps. If the stretch is getting too much for your feet, just release those feet. If not, stay. Perfect. Inhale here. And exhale, release the hands. Release the feet, or just bring yourself up. Just tap out those feet onto the mat. And then we're just going to swing those legs around to the top of the mat. So we're just going to come back to our comfortable seat here. So cross-legged if that's good for you today. And we're just going to inhale, reach those hands upwards. And then taking another stretch for the side of the body. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down to the mat, reach up and over with the left fingertips, spiraling the left shoulder backwards and sinking into that pose. So chest is facing forwards. Nice. Inhale here. And exhale, keeping that left sit bone rounded. Inhale, reach the hands up. And exhale, melting those hands over to the left. So the left hand comes down to the mat, reaching up and over with the right fingertips, keeping the right sit bone grounded. Spiral that right shoulder backwards, open the chest. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach the hands upwards. And exhale, melt the hands downwards. Let's just roll the shoulders backwards here. And roll the shoulders forwards. And then just taking some nice big head rolls. So taking them in one direction and the other direction. If there's any particular areas of tension, any little niggles, maybe you just want to work a little bit more into those areas. Half head rolls or full head rolls, whatever feels good for you. And then when you're ready, just bringing your head back to center. We're going to take one more nice big stretch. So as we inhale, our arms come up beside us, reach the hands to the sky, bring the palms together, gaze upwards, arms at the side of the ears. And then as you exhale, melting those hands down to heart center, bow the chin down to the chest, close through the eyes. And let's take one more nice big inhale here. And exhale with a nice big sigh, releasing any last bit of tension that you're holding in your body before returning to a normal breathing pattern, whatever that is for you today, for you now. Acknowledging, noticing how you feel. Let's take one more nice big inhale. And as you exhale, gently lift the gaze, blink the eyes open. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.